What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 28, and we start today's episode off with the Norwich board telling us that a performance review has been scheduled for our performance over the first season in this series. And I just want to say straight away, guys, it's a mammoth episode. It's 19 minutes long, so if you could leave a like on this video, it would really help my channel out. It's much appreciated. This is a huge episode, so hopefully you enjoy it. And if you want to leave a like and show your support for the series, that is much appreciated as well. But I should also mention too, a lot of these emails came whilst I was with Belgium, as you can see in the top left actually. A lot of these emails came whilst we were still in the World Cup. So, you know, as the World Cup was going on, we were still getting emails, we were still doing like transfer business and stuff. So it was really hard to kind of rotate the two together, if you know what I mean. It was kind of hard to separate the two. Because otherwise you would have seen the World Cup videos that were before this one, and you would have seen loads of Norwich stuff as well. So I kind of just sort of rotated it and flipped it around. And I should also say too that the game froze halfway through a week when I was doing lots of business, and because of that I lost some footage. I've kind of sort of regained it. I came back into the game, recorded it again, but I accidentally deleted the first batch of footage and I forgot to record some of the stuff. So if you miss some stuff, if you see us going for a player and then you wonder where he came from, you know, if we sign a player and you don't see the business, then I do apologise. I tried to get it sorted, but it's been very difficult. The game freezes all the time. It's such a poorly finished game, FIFA 14, and I've tried to rescue it and I've tried to make it so you can see what's going on, but it's very difficult. But anyway, hopefully you can keep up with it. I'll be doing my best to commentate over it, and yeah, if you want to chip in and pause the video at time to make sure you know what's going on, that's perfectly fine with me. But anyway, yeah, we have the season budget. It's around £18 million, I think it was, as we start the new season. Once again, the aims are relatively similar to what we had last year. However, the board do want us to finish in a Europa League place. Which, you know, isn't really that much of a demand, to be honest, because we did qualify for the Europa League last year. So, you know, we finished 7th, so a couple of positions higher we would have qualified for the Europa League, whether we won the Capital One Cup anyway. So I think that's doable. They also want us to reach the semi-final, I think it is, the Europa League. That's probably doable. It'll be hard, but probably doable. And I think they also want us to reach a quarter-final of a cup as well. So I think all those aims are doable. We've got a bit of money to spend, so I think all those aims are doable, and we'll be doing our best. But anyway, guys, the first piece of business we go in for is Yaya Sanogo once again. Now, we had this guy last year whilst we were managing Norwich, and he turned out to be an okay striker. He was alright. He's a tall striker. He's a bit of a target man, really, that links the play up, so he's alright. Hopefully he'll do a little bit better than last year, but he's cheap and he's effective, and we're also going to go in for his teammate as well, Serge Gnabry, or Serge Gnabry, however you want to pronounce his name, the young German winger. Doing very well in real life. Obviously a real talent, 18 years old. I'm pretty sure he's going to be pretty quick. So we're going for Gnabry and Sanogo, and also Anthony Martial. Now, of course, Almanda, who was top scorer last year, he's gone back to Galatasaray after the loan deal expired. Now, Anthony Martial, this is a player that I've seen commented so many times on my videos. So there's been so many of you saying, you know, get Martial, he's a really good player, really good striker, has high potential. I've intentionally not looked up any of these players' potential on FUT Head, or is there one on FUT Wiz? I'm not sure, but I know you can look up a player's potential on FUT Head now. I've intentionally not done that, so I'm reliant on you guys. So I'm really hoping you guys aren't trolling me here, and this guy's absolutely rubbish. But Monaco won 8 million for him, and I mean, you know, hopefully he's going to have real high potential. You guys have been praising him a lot on my videos, so we're going to go in for him because, of course, Elmander's now gone back to Galatasaray. And we also got a transfer over for Ricky van Wolfswinkel, our other striker, our other first-choice striker. He was a great partner with Elmander. The two of them led the way in terms of goals and assists, respectively. And it's Dortmund who want him for 8 million, which is, you know, relatively fair, seeing as his valuation is 1.5 less than that. But I think we can get more than that. I think we'll probably get double his valuation, to be honest, around 13 million. So we'll be doing our best for that. And we also get the 2 loan deals accepted by Arsene Wenger. Sanogo on loan and Gnabry on loan. Wenger says he's happy with both of those youngsters to go to us. Probably wants us to use Sanogo a bit more and get better results. But we'll wait and see. I decided to accept Sanogo's loan deal, but I decided to stall Gnabry's loan deal just for the time being, because we do have a few wingers in the side side anyway. Bennett, Pilkington, Snodgrass, Townsend, Redmond, and of course the Murphy twins. So with that in mind, I'm not sure we're going to waste £7,000 a week on a winger which probably won't even get the team at all. So we'll have to wait and see. But Dortmund come back to us with the Ricky van Wolfswinkel counter offer. They say they won't go higher than 10.5, but I say if you put 2 million more on that, 12.5 million, we'll go ahead and accept it. So we'll wait and see. And Monaco weren't happy with the deal, which was 5 million plus Garrido. I think nobody wants Garrido. 5 million plus Garrido. So we go ahead and just take out Garrido and offer another million, I think it was, or okay, 1.5 million. And we'll wait and see what Monaco says, because I don't really know much about him. All I know is that he does have high potential. I've seen him commented a lot of times, and I've seen a lot of talk about him as well. So I'd imagine he's probably got like mid 80 potential. So hopefully he's probably like in the mid 70s already, but we'll have to wait and see. But our scout comes back to us here. We're looking for a first choice centre back, of course. That is the primary objective for this season in the transfer window. That is get a first choice centre back that is strong enough and is going to make sure we don't concede as many goals as last year, because we conceded like the third amount of goals last year despite finishing 7th in the league, and that's just embarrassing. So we need to make sure we get a really good, strong first choice centre back. I mean, I don't mind getting a centre back that can grow into a really good one, you know, a very young talent like obviously Corker, but to be honest, I kind of want one that's already established, like in the mid 20s, maybe, you know, late 20s as well, that's really established and is really going to be a first choice centre back that comes in and is capable of keeping clean sheets and improving the defence straight away. But speaking of centre-backs, Sean Morrison wants a new contract, and that's just ridiculous because he's like 5th choice centre-back now, and he's, you know, never going to get into my team anyway unless it's in the cup game, so we say no, and he just signed a new contract. So and also this centre-back as well, I don't mind relying on the scouts every now and then, but I already know about this guy. I've seen his ultimate team card. He looks like an absolute monster, so I'd like to get hold of him. And also full-back area as well. Left-back is fine, Shaw and Olsen, but right-back we've got Martin, and then we've got no one, so wouldn't mind getting a right-back. And Micah Richards is just such an awesome, strong player. We'd love to get Richards in the side, maybe a bit of a, you know, maybe a bit of an unrealistic target, but I'd still love to get Richards. But anyway, a bid comes in for Jacob Murphy here, one of the Murphy twins. It's Plymouth on loan, and we say yes. We didn't use him that much last year. He did play a couple of games, but it's very hard to play players that are in the 50s for overall when we've got far better players in the 70s. So with that in mind, it's good to see him go on loan. And Brendan Rodgers wants 16.5 million for Sacco, and I was like, no way, we can't afford that. It's not a real surprise, but even so. And we also go ahead and accept the deal for Gnabry, because we did, of course, loan out Jacob Murphy just then. And I'm also going to try and loan out Josh Murphy as well, and possibly sell either Pilkington or Snodgrass, preferably Pilkington. So there you go. But another player I want is Ross Barkley. Of course, centre-back and striker are the main areas, but Barkley is, of course, a really strong centre midfielder. That's probably our best position, to be honest, for strength in depth centre midfield. But, you know, I really like Ross Barkley. We tried to sign him in January, didn't have the money, but I really like Ross Barkley. Top player in real life, real talent, and of course on the game, he's probably going to have mid 80 potential as well. So Barkley coming in will be great. And we also get 2 bids for Ricky van Wolfswinkel to add to the Dortmund one. I think it was Lazio and Everton. So we go ahead and counter for the 12.5 million and wait and see what they say. And also Spurs and AVB said he wanted 15 million for Shirishez. Is that how you pronounce that? The Romanian centre back. Again, it's a bit too much money. We've got that much money, of course, with the transfer budget we got received, but it's a bit too much. I don't want to spend my entire budget on one player. Even though centre-back is the strongest, the area that needs strengthening the most, I don't want to spend my entire budget on one player. So we'll have to wait and see. But Dortmund go ahead and match the 12.5 million counter offer. So that's fine. I'm pleased with that. I really like Ricky van Wolfswinkel. I really do. I think he's a great striker. But 12.5 million is decent money for a 79 rated striker. So yeah, I mean, he's probably going to go to Dortmund. We counter offer for Everton as well. But he's probably going to go to Dortmund. And with that in mind, I'm fine with that. I think we can sign a backup player for that much money that's probably got higher potential. And here's Everton accepting the deal we made for Ross Barkley. Rejecting the bid. No, what did we do? We inquired, I think. I don't know. We offer 7.5 million anyway. Yeah, we inquired. They wanted 10 million. We offer 7.5, and we'll wait and see, because I do want Barkley. He's an awesome player, but I don't want to spend too much money. And of course, Lazio come back to us here, and again, we asked for £12.5 million to match what Dortmund have already matched as well. And we'll wait and see what happens there. But we've got a couple of transfer offers here. One was for Garrido. Yay! Finally, Garrido is surely on his way. This time I didn't ask for more money. I just decided to accept it because he's never going to get in my team. So he's on his way to Newcastle for 900 grand. And we got a bid for Gary Hooper, and I rejected it straight away. I was going to bargain because, 2.4 million is not, bad money, I suppose, but I was going to bargain up to about 5-6 million. But to be honest, I know how much you guys love Hooper. It's just, I can't sell him. You guys seem to love him, so I'm not sure why you guys love him so much. He doesn't seem like a very special player, but even so, you guys love him, so I don't want to sell him whilst you guys really enjoy me playing him. So there you go. And we also offer a contract to Martial, the young French striker from Monaco. Like I say, I'm doing so well not to check his potential on FUT Head. I really want to, because I really want to see where it's like 98 or something. But yeah, I'm doing my best to try and not check his potential. I'm sure it's going to be probably mid 80s, maybe high 80s as well, because you guys have been commenting so many times. But we'll have to wait and see. But our scout comes back with another report here, gives us some details. Smalling looks very, very good. I'm pretty interested in Chris Smalling, and I think the other one was Nostalgic as well, but I think he's going to be way too out of our price range. And Biwa as well, Younger and Biwa of Newcastle as well, the French centre-back. He could be a pretty decent player. He's quite strong, he's tall, and he's quick as well, so he could be a pretty decent player for us. We'll wait and see what happens there with Newcastle. And there was quite a few centre-backs, to be honest, I was looking at. They all look relatively decent. I mean, I don't want to spend my whole budget, but I would like to get a real first choice centre-back in. It's got probably like a mid-80s potential, so we'll wait and see. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like around this time, the footage just the game froze, and because of that, I lost a lot of footage. I tried to recover it again, so sometimes you might see the same thing twice. If that does happen, I apologise. I've looked through the editing like 3 or 4 times now, but it seems to be okay. But if you do see stuff happening and you don't see the emails, I do apologise. But Ricky van Wolfswinkel's gone to Dortmund. He's gone for 12.5 million. Had a good debut season, but now he's gone to the German club, so that's fine. 12.5 is a good amount of money, so I'm pleased with that. And Garrido goes to Newcastle for 900 grand, and I was very pleased with that because I cannot stand him, and I've got no reason to keep him in the side. But yeah, Diakite, I'm not sure whether you saw this. Di Canio, still at Sunderland, said he wanted 4.5 million for him. He's a good player. I've seen his Ultimate Team card. I believe he's 77 rated or 76 rated, it might be. He's a decent player, so first choice centre back there would be good. But we'll wait and see what Di Canio says. And also Ross Barkley, Martinez accepts the £7.5 million deal. So we go ahead and offer Ross Barkley contract. It's not Martinez now, is he? He got sacked in the game. I'm not sure it was. But anyway, Bill Kenwright said he wanted 7.5 million, so we go ahead and offer it, and offer him a contract after they accept it. And United asked for 9 million for Chris Smalling, and that's not a bad deal. I really like Chris Smalling. I know some people think he's very overrated, but I really like Chris Smalling. So 9 million, we offer, I think it was 7 million. That could be a bargain, really. Corker, Cardiff want 10.5 million, I think it was, and City want 13 for Richards. And Billy Sharp also says, boss, I think I'll make a great replacement for Ricky van Wolfswinkel's vacant position. I hope you'll give me a chance. And who knows, Billy Sharp, I may just do so. But he'll have some competition from this guy. Marshall comes into the club. Like I say, don't know his potential. I'm doing so well not to check it. I really am desperate to know what it is, so maybe if one of you comment, I'll take a quick sneak at it later on tonight. But yeah, Marshall comes into the club. You'll see his overall, actually, what he is at the moment in just a couple of minutes. And we also go ahead and approach Sporting to buy Eric Dier, another player that you guys have commented, young English centre half. Looks pretty decent, looks pretty strong, very capable young centre back. He's probably got good potential, so we go ahead and offer him Sporting a deal, and we'll wait and see what happens there. But United accept a £7 million deal for Chris Smalling. Now that could be a real bargain, because that to me is a really decent deal. I think Smalling is a really good centre back. The only problem is he's on 70 grand a week, and that is going to be the biggest, he's going to be the highest earner by like double the wages. That's crazy. I mean, obviously we're a club with a lot of ambitions of getting into the Champions League in the next 2 seasons, but even so, 70 grand a week is huge money for one player. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But we offer him a contract, and I'd be really pleased to get him for 7 million. I'll tell you that much, because I think he's worth at least 10 million. So I think that would be a great deal for us. But we offer Diakite a new deal with Sunderland, and then Ross Barkley accepts the contract. So it's another new player. It's Barkley for 7.5 million. Very good young centre midfielder. So I'm very pleased with that. And AVB said he wanted 13 million for Shirashez, and again I was kind of reluctant to put a bid in here really, because obviously with Smalling possibly coming in for 7 million, that would be an absolute steal. So with Shirashez, I mean, I'm not sure I even want to bid 4 million plus a player as well, but we'll wait and see what happens there. But Sporting come back to us and say they want 9.5 for Eric Dier. It's relatively the same amount of money as Smalling, but I'm not sure which one has got higher potential. Probably Smalling in my book, but we'll have to wait and see. Spurs, I think they also accepted a deal for Shirashez, and Smalling accepts the contract as well. So after all of those clubs accepted apart from Sporting, I decided to go with Smalling. I could have chose Shirashez, I could have gone with Diakite, but I decided to go with Smalling. I think he's going to have the highest potential out of the lot. He's also the lowest costing centre back, so to me I think that was an absolute steal. 7 million for Smalling, and Diakite, Spurs accept the deal, but we're just going to stall it. I don't think we're going to go in for him, because I don't think there's much point now, because we've got a hold of the first choice centre back we wanted, and that is Chris Smalling. But the next piece of business you'll see is for Callum Chambers, the young right back. Southampton only want 950 grand for him. Now, I just told you Smalling was going to be a bargain. This could be even bigger of a bargain. I'm going to offer 750 grand for Callum Chambers. Now, again, I don't know what his potential is, but he's a good young fullback. He's highly rated at Southampton, and I reckon he is going to have some decent potential. I'd say at least mid to high 70s, and for 750 grand, that could be an awesome deal. So even if we sell him on in like a few years time, we'll probably get like 3, 4, 5 million plus what we paid for him, so that would be amazing. And Southampton accept the 750 grand deal. We still the Diakite deal because we're not sure we're going to bid for him anymore, but Southampton accept the 750 grand deal. We offer him a contract. That could be an absolute steal. There could be 2 real steals there in Smalling and Chambers, and of course, depending on his potential, maybe Marshall as well. But anyway, we have the first pre-season friendly in today's episode, guys. The other 2 will be in the next episode, which will be coming out tomorrow, I do believe, or possibly a day after. But here are the players as well. Marshall's got the 72 rating overall, Barkley is 74, and Smalling is 79. You already know Sanogo is 69, and Gnabry is 67. Those are the ratings for those players. So Marshall 72 rated. I'm going to play him as our first choice striker. I'm going to trust you guys. I'm going to put my trust in you guys, that you guys have been saying he's got high potential. So I'm going to put my trust in you guys. I'm going to have Marshall starting up front with Hooper for this season. So there you go. Hooper will be starting up front. You guys love Hooper, and hopefully you guys will love Marshall as well. So they'll be our new strike partnership. Hopefully as effective as Ricky Van Volswinkel and Almanda, but we'll have to wait and see. And Barkley is a 74 rated player, and Smalling is 79, so I'm very pleased with Smalling's rating, I'll tell you that much. For 7 million, that looks like an absolute steal. But anyway, we take on Marseille for the first game of the episode, and in the 29th minute, Marshall is the one that wins the ball here and crosses it in, and it is headed in by Gary Hooper. So who knows, maybe this could be the start of something special. This could be an amazing partnership, I really hope so. Marshall's cross, Hooper's header, 1-0 to Norwich, and in the 41st minute, Nathan Redmond picks the ball up here. Nice Berber spin by Redmond, rolls it through to Ross Barkley. The ball goes out for a corner here. But from that resulting corner, it's crossed in by Andros Townsend, and it is a debut goal for Chris Smalling, our £7 million centre-back signing. Rises highest, really good header into the bottom corner. Smalling gets a goal on his debut. It's Norwich 2, Marseille 0. And as the game was being closed out here for the first half, Butland collects the ball, gives it to Redmond. Redmond finds Ross Barkley. Barkley finds Fur finds Marshall. Marshall plays it back to Ross Barkley. Barkley rolls it through to Nathan Redmond here, down the left-hand side. First time cross. There's Marshall, and Marshall also gets the goal on his debut. So 2 debut goals, 1 for Marshall, 1 for Smalling, and goals for both Marshall and Hooper. That was really pleasing indeed. So 3-0 here, and in the 90th minute, Marseille had their first chance of the game, and it was a great save by Jack Butland. So I'm building a really good, strong side here. I'm really pleased with this, and as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like. It's been a mammoth episode, so please leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.